Why are they really dodging you? Let's find out. Blunt Tarot, Urban Warlock Healing, you and them reading. One spread for you, one spread for them. Okay. So these are obviously kind of love/relationship based readings. You can choose them for friendship. So I'm not really going to set an intention as such based over the next 6 months. Okay. Let's find out. So we're going to start with you, and then we'll go on to them. Oh no. Dos. Please. Right, okay, so we start off with the Knight of Wands. Wands fire action, Knights forward motion. Don't have the knowledge or experience of the Kings and the Queens, more so than the Pages. Now, I feel like this is the other person, because Knights are a bit flighty and gung-ho, and I feel like this is why you're kind of potentially questioning what they're up to, what's going off here, okay? That's ebbing away at your strength in the reverse, and it's keeping you stuck. Hanged Man in the reverse. So the Hanged Man for me is a leap of faith card. Yes, the Fool is as well, but the Fool has other meanings, such as starting a brand new cycle, being a bit more present, etc., etc. The Hanged Man is always a leap of faith card because we're stuck with a decision. Left path, right path, stick, twist. The problem is you're looking for guarantees. Life doesn't work like that. Upright position, stuck there, having a shift in perspective. Reverse position, sod it done. I'm going in this direction. I'm sick of their flighty behaviour. They're not giving me the answers, etc., etc. Or wait. Okay, I'm going to guess you're going to be waiting, but let's find out. Yeah. Right, so you're going to be waiting for a bit at least, because we've then got the Knight of Swords, another knight. This knight talks about either news coming in fast or expressing ourselves. Now, I don't feel this is you. I feel this is them. So you're going to be hanging around for a bit, and you're still not going to get any clarity or answers. So that's then going to put you into the Nine of Cups. Cups, water, emotions. You're the figure there on the stool, proudly presenting the 9 cups behind you. Now, as I always say with this card, especially with my readings, it's unlikely that you've hit some kind of emotional abundance or achievement. It's more likely that things have gone wrong, okay? This person's been letting you down, and it's about getting into this energy. If I turned up, I showed up, I brought my cup to the party, if they can't see that, F them sideways, they can watch me rise. Let's continue. Overall outcome card. 5 of Pentacles in the reverse. Pentacles relates to earth, can be money and finance, can be non-financial wealth. That's what we're investing our time, effort, energies in. Now, this card's about feeling left out in the cold. We've got the 2 homeless figures here trudging through the snow. Pentacles, stained glass window, the church. Upright position. They're kind of too focused on being left out in the cold that they're missing out on other opportunities, and some kind of help and support might be there. It's in the reverse position. So you're getting into that energy of, I've given everything I can, but you're still feeling like left out in the cold. You've still not really been given any answers to why this person's behaving in this kind of flighty way. Are they interested? Are they not interested? Do they want to take this somewhere? Do they not want to take this somewhere? You're left. Now, this is kind of typical Knights behavior, and they do this 9 times out of 10 because they want to keep you dangling. You know what I mean? They want to keep you guessing. So continuing to feel left out in the cold, realizing you've done everything you can do on an emotional level. Still feeling left out in the cold, and go, maybe I ought to go and go and hang out with those friends, or maybe I ought to go and ask somebody for a bit of support, what they think. Obstacles or blockages. 3 of Pentacles. So this is a collaboration card. We've got the 3 characters, landowner, builder, architect, all working together to build this beautiful cathedral. Different roles, different skill sets, same long-term vision. The obstacle or blockage here is kind of believing that this person has that same long-term goal as you. They clearly don't. As I always say, bottom of the deck, Queen of Wands. When you're in your power, you're a king or a queen. Specifically, the Queen of Wands or the Queen or the King of Wands or the Empress and the Emperor. Kings and queens, empresses and empresses don't muck about with pages and knights. No. It's not good enough. Right. So removing any blockages. 6 of Cups in the reverse. So this is about emotional balance. It's going to be a bit hard to see, but we've got 2 characters, one giving the other a cup of flowers. Equal give and take. Reverse position. One party is doing all the giving, one's doing all the taking. So as it stands, unless we get some clarity in spread 2, you're still going to be left with no answers. Okay, so let's see if the cards want to give us a little bit of clarity and insight into what's actually going on behind the scenes. Why are they in this flighty behavior? What's cracking off in the background? Right, so split. Interesting. It's evading me. Right, okay, so very, very interesting. So we start off with the Three of Swords. Swords are where we think words we use. Now we call this the Heartbreak card. Although it's the Heartbreak card, it's sword. So it's often stuff from the past. Now, with it being a 3, it can indicate a third party dynamic. So if this is a fairly new connection, there is a chance there might have been somebody else knocking about in the background, right? And potentially they've then been, want that phrase, dumped, and they're carrying that with them. The other way we can go is that they've got into this connection before they've released a previous connection, like mentally, emotionally. So it's still kind of causing this third party thing. 9 of Wands in the upright, 9's reflection cards. Okay, so we call this guy the Wounded Warrior. Again, it's going to be too hard to see on this deck, but got a chap there, bandage on his head, one on each arm. This guy's been through the ringer. This guy's been to hell and back, and he's looking back and he's going, do you know what? I might be beaten, bloodied, battered, and bruised. However, I'm still standing. And it's in those moments, that is how you step into your power. So it feels like they've got into this connection all the while they're still on a pretty heavy healing journey. I'm not excusing them for it, because what they should be doing is they should be being open and honest with you, because they're just kind of mucking you about. You know what I mean? They're kind of paying the pain forwards, so to speak. We've then got the Moon card in the reverse. So the Moon card for me talks about the unknowns. It's when we feel like something's off and we can't put our finger on it, or we're scrabbling around for the pieces of the jigsaw puzzle and we can't get them together. Upright position, the Moon says there's no point looking. Reverse position, they're going to get some kind of clarity, and it's whilst you're in that hanged man waiting around energy. Might be a dream, might be some information that comes through to them. Let's continue. Right, we then got the Ace of Cups in the reverse. So aces are about bringing in new energy, not starting something new. So in the upright position, this is about going, right, long term, what's going to make me happy on an emotional level? It's in the reverse position. So they're going to get some clarity, but they're not going to then go, well, is this what I want? Is this going anywhere? Or am I just dangling the carrot for this person? Page of Cups, Cups, water emotions. Page is more youthful energy. This page is about an offer. They're offering the cup. So this is this person. This is falling in the nine of Cups energy. So they're not coming forwards. They're not telling you what's going off, and they should really be assessing what they want. But it's like they're chicking out of kind of saying something to you. So they come in with this breadcrumby Page of Cups offer, and you're like, do you know what? I've done everything I can do, and they're still coming through in this crap energy. Overall outcome card. 5 of Pentacles, right? So they're going to end up feeling left out in the cold as well. The difference is they're going to be moping about it whilst you're going, right, I need to do something about this, right? Obstacles or blockages. Strength in the reverse. This is advice for you. So again, it's just telling you to remember who you are. You've got that strength within you. Removing any blockages. 6 of Wands in the reverse. Wands fire action. Story of this card, great war going off. This village been out to local battle. They've won. They've returned back to village. They're celebrating. They know the great war is yet to be won, but they know by celebrating the little wins along the way, it boosts morale of the troops. Reverse position. It's basically just saying that this connection is not going to lead to anything worth celebrating. It feels very much like they've come in a very unhealed energy. They're starting to realize that, but then they're not wanting. It's almost like they kind of want to be with you, so they don't want to let you go, but at the same time, they're not prepared to do that healing. You know, that's on them. So if you want to personally unpick your situation, 20 quid, same day guaranteed, you and them reading. I have 5 slots for my recorded readings nowadays, okay? And you've got to get them in before 6 p.m. You know where to go.